Welcome back. Oh, we
do an intro.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Anderson, and I'm a comedian in Boston.
Maz Ishmael, also a comedian in Boston.
And we both have severe mental health issues.
Severe.
And so we decided to be each other's therapists because actual therapy, is expensive.
And it doesn't work.
And so neither will this, but that'll be just like real therapy.
At least this will be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, therapy starts for Jonathan right now. So, how's life?
You look like you had like a very specific question. You're just like, what's going on with you?
How's life? How's anything funny happening?
Funny. Well,
It doesn't have to be funny. I'm fucking with you. It just can be anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, what's really going on? Like, I guess it's just more of the same. I feel like I'm probably going to lose my job soon.
Same.
Just because, like, I can't focus on it at all. I'm only thinking about comedy.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking about stuff that, like, mostly comedy.
Yeah.
It's just, like, any reason to not be at work while I'm at work.
Are you writing bits at work?
Yeah. I, like...
You're going to lose your job.
Yeah. I'm on my phone so much.
Yep.
It's incredible. Like I'm starting to get like, I have to fix my posture because like I'm just in my phone. Like, does anyone have this bit about buttholes?
Yeah, dude, it's difficult.
Yeah.
The life of a comic. Also, please do not. Maddie is a trooper. Do not date a comic.
Yeah. Well, it's not good for you. You recently broke up with a girl.
Yeah.
It is just such like Maddie is the perfect match for me. Like we would be the perfect match no matter what our professions were. It helps that we both do comedy because she's always thinking of bits, so she's not like because like with other girls sometimes when you're trying to write a bit. Or like you're just hanging out and you're like, oh, that might be a joke. They're like, well, you're never present, or like that's
By the
a
way,
thing.
this is kind of what happened with the comic I was dating.
She didn't like that.
I get it. She wants us to spend time together, and I am like, oh, I have to edit the podcast that nobody will see.
For a second, I was like, "Are you doing another podcast?"
No. It's only one
this
podcast
one.
that I do that nobody sees.
By the way, she's probably the only one watching this.
I don't think so.
But yeah, and also like I'm constantly working on new shows to do. Like I'm trying to do that show where I do improv on mushrooms. So like she has to deal with somebody who's just like this Saturday I'm gonna like do a show, and also I'm gonna be on drugs. So, like, I'm not even going to be in a state where we can, like, talk before or after the show in a real way. Or I'm going to be too much, like, I don't know. Maybe God is a woman, when I get off the stage.
That's how high I'm going to be.
Yeah, that's how fucked up I'm going to be.
I'm going to be so high. I'm going to be like, oh, maybe God is a woman after all.
Yeah, maybe I need a female therapist.
Hey.
So, have you ever done mushrooms, by the way?
No, I've never done drugs.
Any drugs?
I've never done any drugs. I've only recently done weed.
Wow. Done weed. That means you're new to it.
Yeah.
Who did you smoke with? Did you smoke with comedians?
No.
By yourself?
Girls I was dating.
Oh, okay. Did you like it?
The girl I was dating, or
yeah. Did the weed make you like that girl more?
So I smoked with the girl that you saw that came to the show that I was on. Remember that time?
Yep.
And then the girl after that, the autism girl.
I don't remember her that way, but yeah.
J Hinge, the J Hinge girl.
Okay, yep.
And then the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the only time I was smoking with anyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Did it help you write at all? Sometimes I think of bits better.
Oh, I never did it in a setting where I'm gonna write. Also, I'm not fun to be around if I'm high.
Really?
Oh.
What do you like?
Uncontrollable laughter.
Oh, I am that way too. I think that's
not
fun.
No, that's not.
I think it's fun if the other person's also high.
Dude, it's so bad. I did it. Oh, I lied. I did it in Seattle with my friend.
Yeah. That's
I almost moved to New York this last weekend.
this past weekend.
Yeah.
You were so fucked up, dude.
I was so depressed. I was like, what am I doing here? I should just move to New York and fail as a comic.
Get it over with.
Check it off the list.
That's how I feel. Me and Maddie, when we're making our plan to move, we're like, or like, if what do we do if comedy doesn't work? We're like, well, let's go to New York, see if we fail, and then that's our barometer.
Why is everyone moving to New York to fail? It's like we all have a prepped plan to fail in New York.
Well, because even when you're succeeding in Boston, it still feels like failure. So then you need to go to New York and see if it feels like if you can actually like succeed at comedy.
Do you think we can actually succeed in comedy?
I think there are worse comics doing way better than us. So I think.
Whoa, that's a statement.
Yeah. And I stand by it.
Wow. Insert the picture of our
penises.
Yeah.
and then a link to Bert Kreischer's special.
Dude, that guy sucks.
Let's get this is perfect clip for this show to get some traction.
Sucks.
I find him likable, and I think that's controversial, but I don't respect his comedy.
Okay, no offense. I'm about to say the most offensive shit ever right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen the latest controversy about him? He got on his podcast 2 days ago with Brian Simpson. Not from The Simpsons.
Are you high now? That you would think you'd have to give that disclaimer. Brian Simpson, not related to OJ. Just anytime he says...
So Brian,
not Homer.
Brian is like a really funny comic from Austin.
Yeah, I know he is. Yep.
You know he is.
Yep.
And then it's him. They're in Two Bears, One Cave, right?
Mm.
So him and Tom and Brian, and Bert goes on like this very long rant about how his kids are not they're like Leanne's kids.
Yeah,
you know
his
what I mean?
wife's kids,
she's like, she takes care. No, it's his kids, but he's like, it's not my business.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, they're my wife's
He's like,
kids.
I'm another kid. And
yeah.
I think Brian was asking, he was like, oh, do you ever go out, like, you know, and you be like, oh my God, I saw this thing, I will buy it for Tom or for Leanne. He was like, no, I only buy things for myself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he was like, oh, Leanne and the kids, they're fucking nothing without me. I am like, yeah, if I'm dead, she has to marry someone to stay alive. Like, she's nothing.
Wow.
I am the main player. I am their like Kurt Cobain.
But it's funny because like most of his stand up is stories about his wife and kids. Like
it's also we went on it.
We started on drugs.
We started on
maybe we'll
your
edit out the
therapy.
comedy stuff.
Yeah, we should just cut all the comedy. No, but
that'll be like
fucking sucks though.
Yeah, and Tom's all right.
Tom is great.
Yeah.
Christina's. We love Christina and Tom.
Oh yeah, drugs.
Brian is great.
Brian Simpson. Yeah, Simpson, but not from The Simpsons, and not OJ.
In order, the famous Simpsons we know: Homer Simpson, OJ, and Brian.
Not Jessica Simpson's husband.
No.
We were talking about drugs. The first time I ever did edibles was way too much. Like, have you ever done an edible?
Mm-hmm.
It's like body highs. It's like a different kind of high than just smoking too. But I didn't know how much was the right amount to take. So somebody I worked with just gave me like a full brownie that was like, I think like 75 milligrams, which is crazy for me. Like I still would
isn't that poisoning?
That's like Joey Diaz level of
Joey.
Yeah. So but I didn't know. Like now I only do like 5 to 10. 10 is pushing it for me. And at the time I split it in half. So what's half of 75?
32 and a half.
There you go.
You're an engineer.
Engineer tech. That means I do what the engineers tell me to do. And I took half of it, ate it. Nothing was really happening. Oh. And I just was like watching an episode of South Park. And in that episode of South Park, it takes a weird twist where they go on drugs or something and they make the whole episode fucked up. And that like blew my mind. But right before that, I reached for the other half because I was like, it's not working. But as I reached for it, it felt like my hand went into a different dimension. And I just was like this. So then my friend came back into the room he was in the military. So he was like, I can't get high with you.
Yeah.
And he walks back in and I'm doing this. He was also, and I hope he watches this because fuck him. Because it was like the least supportive, like hot, like sober buddy. Because I would start to like try to make a point, and it would just trail. Like it was just high nonsense. Like I would try to say something, and he would go like, "What are you talking about? Try to say that again. It makes no sense." Like he wasn't even doing a bit. He just was like was so and it was just like, "You sound stupid." And so like everything I said was just like I was sweating, and I had just worked third shift, so I was sleep deprived, and
that guy sucks.
yeah, he's a piece of shit.
That guy and Bert.
Yeah, it was Bert Kreischer who was helping me through this high. But after that, I was so scared of edibles from that on. And then I did it with my brother, and he had, again, we did the other half of the brownie and split that in half.
How long has this brownie been around? It's the same
like,
brownie.
But it was like the next couple days. It was like a few days later where at first I was scared of the edible, but I was like, also, that was so fun. And then I said something to my brother, and he was like, okay, I'll try it, because it was the first time for him. And he got high, and he kept going over the window and just like looking out to see if there was like cops. It was just...
Hold on. I thought you had 2 sisters.
I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh, I never heard about the brothers before.
Yeah.
They both from the other?
No, one is from my dad. The other, my two sisters and 1 brother are from my mom's like previous relationship. Yeah, her fling of 10 years.
Yeah, she had a fling.
Yeah.
We talked about that before.
So he was just kept going, and we also argued about the definition of a poo-poo platter. because like I'm not going to represent it well, but it was like, if you're ordering a poo-poo platter, how many people is that for?
What the fuck is a poo-poo platter? I'm Egyptian. I
should walk off. I should walk off this. So I should
walk into my room and just go to bed.
It's at a Chinese restaurant. You get like a bunch of appetizers, and you call it a poo-poo platter. Okay. So, but the idea is that it's shared.
Okay.
So so we were trying to figure out how many people we were ordering it for. So we said, order a poo-poo for 2. And we were, but so like, funny. but the argument was like, a poo-poo platter is automatically for 2 people. No one orders a poo-poo platter for themselves. So we were like, is it a poo-poo? And then it was like, no, if we were ordering for 2 people, we would call it a poo-poo for 4. It was just absolute. We did that for hours, and we never ordered it.
Oh my god,
it was
the worst.
A nightmare. Can I tell one more story about weed?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Maybe we can put this story in where the other one was.
Yeah,
we'll like this one better.
We'll figure out the...
But the first time I ever smoked weed, I was still a Christian. But I was with a couple of friends, and the girl I had a crush on was in the car, and she said, she like was like pressuring me to smoke weed. And I was like, no, like I love Jesus.
Oh.
Well,
was she Christian?
No, she was. This was when I had like, these were my community college friends, real rapscallions, and I was like, I don't think I was out being like, no, Jesus wouldn't like it. I think that was like more internal. I was just kind of like, no, I don't think I'll like weed. And she was like, well, if you smoke, I'll kiss you. So I betrayed Jesus.
Oh,
that was the first time
quick.
The first thing. I thought about it for like about 10 seconds.
That was quick.
And I was like, well, whatever. It's not going to uncrucify him.
Kissing weed goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the next book. But actually I smoked, and then we didn't kiss. So I betrayed Jesus.
No.
For nothing.
She didn't kiss you?
No, she just like forgot. And I
would have brought it up.
Yeah. But I was like, but it was also like, I think she might have said something like, okay, you can kiss me on the cheek or something like that. So like she downgraded it. Then it felt pathetic to be like, okay, I would like your cheek now.
Also, you'd be like, oh, I want you to want me to kiss you.
Right, yeah. Because, it's like, oh, I just like purchased the consent of your cheek.
With a smoke?
Yeah. Now it's just like, you're just going to get like weed
I
ash
would
on your
rather have a
cheek.
cow cheek right now. to
Yeah,
eat.
yeah. So then I just after that I went into Walmart and I thought everyone.
Kissed in Walmart.
Yeah, and it was
Kissed a random
Yeah.
person.
I was like, "Will someone kiss me for what I've done?" No, I just walked around Walmart and I was just like, everyone. I felt like everyone here knows I've betrayed God. So I like ran out of there.
The
then
religious guilt is real,
Oh yeah,
dude.
I
You know-
think
yeah.
it's like I'm not religious anymore, and it's still
Feel it,
there.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, subscribe, smash that like button, subscribe. We'll kill ourselves if you don't.
Yeah. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Actually, just smash. Whatever
keep-
you want to
yeah.
do, just smash.
Smash.
Even
Smash-
if it's your neighbor, just smash.
Yeah, smash the dislike button.